Do, 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 do. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's what we're here. That's really what we're all here to do, is just love each other. And this experience that we're having together is really opening our heart. It's like my painting. It's opening the heart. It is this idea that as we recognize we're all in this together, as we're noticing other people are dying and other people are suffering, it is triggering things within ourselves and that experience. So we're noticing that that's really all that's ever true in any given moment. In any given moment, when you open up, when you get present, when you tune in, whether you quiet the mind, you realize that is the gift. And in that experience is the love, is the joy, it's the peace, it's the calmness. It can be done so quickly. That's the most important thing for each of us to do now, is to find that calm within ourselves, to find that love within ourselves. And if you have yet to experience that, like way back when I certainly didn't love myself, the journey is to discover the amazingness that you are and the amazingness that's all around us, and notice the positives that are going on. Notice the unity. Notice the cooperation. Notice the co-creation. Were you one of the millions of people that came together over the course of this weekend and tuned in and meditated and held that space and saw the energy levels of the earth rise, and the levels that my dear friend Bruce Martin revealed, levels of fear and dissipated? When we are connected, when we stay in the vibe of this love, that is a far more contagious and powerful emotion. If you read the post that there was a woman, 90-year-old, I think, in a nursing home, and they thought she was going to die of the virus, and she said she felt like she had the hands of God on her. She couldn't see the face, but she felt like she had the hands on God, and she was going to be there. Each of us has that ability to be the lighthouse, to be that state of joy. Each of us. Doesn't matter wherever we are in the world. We can be that, and we can just emit it. We can see that light going out. And that light has a ripple effect. Someone else posted the other day a picture that I posted of healthy cells. Yes, why are we posting why are we focused so much on the other of where the direction that we don't want to go? We want to focus on healing. We want to focus on compassion. We want to focus on acknowledging all our essential workers, all our frontline workers, everybody in healthcare, everybody that's helping out, that they're doing it and they're staying healthy. Are we acknowledging how many healthcare workers are actually working in amongst all these others that are infected and they're still healthy? Are we acknowledging the mental capacity that they need to have, the mental strength, the inner strength to know what their role is and to believe and stay focused that they're going to be protected? I did an interview, I guess it was last week before, with Dr. Mina Patricio from Portugal. Okay, bright, sparkling being. She talked about keeping her joy, And yet she also talked about that moment when she heard that 7 doctors died in Italy. And she realized as she's starting to lean into that fear, the effect on her body. And then having to, like, you know, in the sense, that's what we have to do. Like a dog, sometimes they just shake it off. Shake it off. Shake off that ugly coat of fear. Shake off that ugly coat of fear and be a human being, which is being the vibe you want to be. When you believe it, you see it. Okay? When you believe it, you see it. So if you believe in everything you're being told, you see it. When you believe everything that comes through you, that this is a, you know, this is a transformational time, as Queen Elizabeth said, a time to pray or meditate, to go within, to reveal, have revelations within yourself. It is an extraordinary time that we're all doing it at the same time. It makes my heart open up even wider. The love that we're sharing, the amazingness of who each of us are. So I may be at home versus being in the hospital, but I can still send out that loving vibe. I can still tune in and shake off and purge those fears that are out there. I spent a lot of time this weekend grieving, you know, in the sense of having that, all this grief of those that are losing people, grief that people have been ignoring Mother Nature for so long, grief that people are suffering, and grief that people have had the opportunity to turn around and listen, and it's seemingly like they ignored it, but that's the attachment of what I had. So I had to let that all go and trust and believe that every person is doing what they need to do in this great plan. And anytime I would go to judge somebody else, that is 3 fingers pointing back at me. Who am I except a little part of expression in this divine plan? All each of us can ever do is trust our inner guidance and what comes through us of what our next course of action is. Because each of us needs to be fully charged, day 7, fully charged so you can act appropriately. Just like your cell phone or your laptop, when the charge is going, doesn't necessarily work the same way. When you are scattered, you're in a different response. Sometimes you react. But when you can stay taking care of yourself, really loving yourself, really being that lighthouse, it expands. It expands, and you affect more people with positivity and joy, even though you're staying in the comfort of your home. Science will know waves, particle waves, they keep reverberating. Just like a bird can sing on one side that I was listening to yesterday in the river. They sing and it's heard, just like an echo. We send out love, 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 love. It reverberates. We have the internet, yes, to connect us, but we're still sending out that vibe even if the internet wasn't on. So what you're doing is being, and you're vibrating at a certain frequency. And when you're vibrating at a certain frequency of love and joy, there's nothing that can stick to you. And you have so much energy. You are like that lighthouse, and you're spreading that light out, and other people are seeing that light, and that light is igniting them. One spark, one spark, one spark. I posted earlier, you know, it's like when you have all these matches in line, last week, and you light the match. Well, I said I step out of the line when the line is fear. I step out and the fire stops. When we all ignite and we're all in love, it just keeps going, and that flame gets brighter and brighter. And that is what each of us can do. For those of us that had the experience even back with Australia and the fires, and we came together and we prayed, we meditated, we asked for rain, and then there came so much rain in some places they had floods. We have the power within ourselves. We have the connection. We can be joy and love and peace and health, and we can reverberate that. If you're feeling healthy, you want to like multiply that and exponentially send that out. You want to trust and believe that those vibes are going into the atmosphere. You want to post positive affirmative choices of where you're going. You want to notice how many people are staying healthy. You want to notice how many people are doing good deeds. You want to notice what you want to notice. Because the media is doing a good job of counting things that they never counted before. If you go back to previous years and previous cases and previous things, I think you'll discover that there were more deaths and more sicknesses related to flu in other years than have existed right now. Yet this is the year they decided for everybody to stay counting one by one by one. And in the gift is that we all get the time to release and let go and connect and be passionate about what it is. So if you never had the chance to dance before at home or do yoga, you have that chance. You have that chance to create or paint or clean your house. You have that chance to reach out to someone and say, you know what? I really do care about you. You know, how can I help you by giving you positive words of affirmation? You know, how can I keep you in that vibe? There's so many of those calls that I'm doing right now just to keep people back in alignment with what is true that really exists in their heart. It's almost like a heart reset. That's what I call it. Is everybody knows and they just need somebody to say, yeah, it's okay. It's okay to believe, to trust and believe that this is all going to turn out well. It's okay. And then they go, yeah, it's all right that I'm feeling joyful. Death has always been a part of our existence. It's the only thing that's certain, and we die every moment. Yesterday is already gone. The beginning of this broadcast is already gone. This moment and this moment, that's all we ever have. That's all we've been taught to believe in, but we've always lived outside ourselves. Down the road, what's going to happen later on? All we have is right now. Choose. Are you choosing love? Are you choosing fear? Are you choosing joy? Are you choosing sadness? Are you choosing health? Or are you choosing caution? Because even when we think we need to be cautious, even though you're guided that everything's okay, you're then identifying over here. Notice what it is you need to notice. Respect what you need to respect. Honor who you need to honor, which is what comes through you. And as each of us does that, and we all are these beaming lights, we're all these sparklers, it is an amazing world that we're lighting up everywhere. That is what happened all over this weekend. The vibes are happening. It's all that can happen. When we all stand in unity of that love and trust and belief and trust your inner guidance, because only you know what you need to do in this moment. No one else does. No one else does. If you feel the need to go place or do something because you feel guided to do that, trust that you are guided in the right place at the right time for the right reason. But trust. We're going from outside ourselves to inside ourselves, from caterpillar to butterfly, and we're all in the chrysalis now. And those that have been butterflies and have suffered and toiled and died to so many parts of our ego and everything are here to share, to say it's all okay. The amount of tears that I've cried, the amount of yells that I've let go of in my transformation, there's been a lot of emotion that I've dealt with and to release. In order to be in this moment, in this time, to be the lighthouse, to say, I'm spreading the love, I'm here, you need some help, happy to have a conversation with you, whether it's, we need to do a breakthrough and get your body healthy, but everything you were designed to be is within you. Trust Your Inner Guidance is coming out. I've still got the video program going on right now, but anything that you need, the health transformation, it's all happening right now. It's all here for you. Open and receive whatever direction you're being guided to do. Trust and believe. Listen to your body. Relax your body. Let it go. And notice when you get rid of the anxiety or the fear, how much better you feel. One moment at a time. That's all we need to do. Live one moment at a time. One moment. One moment. We can do this. We're all in this together. I love you all. Mwah.